Hi all, Martin again, and I'm here today with the first of the book of the month. Right, a few of the Patreon supporters asked for stuff like this, and I mean all the time if you go into a Facebook fishing group or there's folk on Twitter and whatever, or the social media, they ask folk asking about books, right? So this should hopefully be quite a useful wee series. Now, as always, I will put a link to my Patreon page in the description for anybody who would like to support the channel. That's always appreciated. And I'll also put Amazon links to the books in the description as well, which would be another way that you could support the channel at no extra cost to yourself. That's always appreciated. So I'm going to start with this book here, Smallmouth, right? Modern Fly Fishing Methods, Tactics and Techniques, and it's by Dave Katczynski and Tim Landwehr, right? It's a fantastic book. It's full, I mean, everything in here is usable information. I mean, I basically had to learn smallmouth when I started discovering them in some of the rivers here in Japan. I'd never fished for them. Obviously, I mean, there are no smallmouth in Scotland, and alright, you can figure fish out, but you can also shorten your learning curve. And this book, I think, shortened my learning curve quite considerably. Certainly more than some of the stuff that I watched online, some of the videos and all that. There are other books about smallmouth bass, but a lot of them are, a lot of the older books sort of handle them as though they handle the topic of fishing for smallmouth as though you are just fishing for trout. And while you will catch fish, nymphing them like a trout with just a slightly bigger nymph and all that, like, it's not the way to get the big ones consistently and all that. Whereas this book is, I mean, modern fly fishing methods, big streamers, effective dredging, different types of top water, whether it's poppers or dry flies, weighted streamers, suspending bait fish, types of water, how fish move and change their behaviour during the season. All that kind of stuff is in here, and it's well organised. It's presented in a clear, easily accessible way. It's just good. It's just a good book. My only criticism of it might be that it's a bit focused on fishing from a drift boat. Right, now, alright, the guys that wrote it are guides, I believe, and they're fishing out of drift boats, and you know, you look online and a lot of the media, the fishing media, is sort of centred around guiding, and you know, therefore it sort of heavily focuses on the drift boat fishing. Now, none of the places I fish could you put a drift boat on, and I don't have a drift boat, but there are no guides anyway, so some of the stuff you've got to kind of go, right, well, how can I adjust that to walk and wade? And I think that's probably true for a lot of people, right? Not everybody's out in a drift boat every weekend. Not everybody's out on a guide trip every weekend. But that aside, I mean, and it's not really a criticism, it's just a fact of the contents of the book, right? There is some stuff about wade fishing, but they don't cover it that in depth. But it's a very good book, and I would thoroughly recommend it. And to be honest, I think it's probably a book that you could read even if you don't fish for smallmouth and get something from. Certainly it's enjoyable, right, if you like fishing books. So I hope that was useful. I'll come back with another one of these next month. Maybe a fly tying book next month. I'll try and alternate them or something. But there you go, Smallmouth, excellent book. Cheers guys, bye.